And we have liftoff of the RAPTORIA 1 heading towards the moon to build our first colonies. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome to something a little different, a game known only as Cargo Company. Coming soon to full release in Steam, we have ourselves the glorious city of... Wait a minute, they misspelled RAPTORIA here in the game. There we go. Glory to RAPTORIA down below in the comment section as we play Cargo Company, which of course you've seen games like this many times before, I'm sure. Planes, trains, automobiles, cars, trucks, and buses, but we also have ourselves a settlement being built very shortly on the moon where we can also mine different types of materials there and transport people between settlements to bring things here back to Earth and then distribute them back and forth between cities found on our planet. Now, this is just the demo version of this game, and it should be coming out in September of this year, but you can play this demo now if you'd like to on Steam until the 22nd, so make sure you go ahead and grab that one if you'd like. We're going to find ourselves a few things to do to keep busy while we wait for the rocket to land on the moon. We can transport passengers back and forth. We can transport military vehicles back and forth and make those with steel and other things like that. But I think we're going to peek around and see if we can find ourselves, boom, right there, a tree farm. And yeah, there we go, and a sawmill. So we'll connect these two together and see if we can go ahead and start making a little bit of money while we wait for our moon colony to be set up. And then once that's done, we can go ahead and start getting that settlement on the moon ready so we can start mining and, of course, privatize that and all the money and profits and profits and money and money and profits. And it's never enough. We need more and more for glorious Raptoria. All right, well, let's go ahead and connect our train station up. We'll get a depot going. We'll go with something simple like diesel. So if you've seen games before like Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, otherwise known as Open TTD, or if you've seen Transport Fever 2, or even, hell, the original train... what is it, Railroad Tycoon? Yeah, those types of games. Then this is all too familiar, but with a nice twist of space and having to compete in kind of more modern times, maybe starting, let's say, in maybe more the 90s, in a fictional world where the moon has been, occupied, that type of thing. We'll go ahead and just start with the one train here, and let's go ahead and build ourselves a train depot. Of course, this is not really based on any sort of facts or whatnot. This is just kind of a fun game, and I like it so far. I think we're going to put our train depot over here. And we'll just cut across this other line. And we'll add a second line if we need to. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and buy ourselves a train. And see if we can go ahead and get that shipping back and forth. So we'll grab ourselves a B-Track diesel for $55,000. Of course, here you have all of your different types of cars. The helium, of course, this is on the moon. So we can actually build trains on the moon to bring helium back and then transport it to where it needs to go. Colonization equipment, so we can send things to the moon, back from the moon, and we can go to different planets too. The moon is only the beginning, so there's much more to do here. But we'll go ahead and get started with the simple stuff. We got to start making money somehow, so we'll start cheap, and we'll transport like 3 things of logs at a time, and then we'll set up those routes too. So let's go ahead and set that up. We'll label this train 1 as, well, we can leave it as train 1, but we'll name our route. Create a new line. We'll go ahead and call this logs, and we'll go ahead and start going between the 2 destinations. Ooh, a new settlement on the moon was just completed. All right, this is going to get interesting. Let's go ahead and add these stops real quick. So we want to go to the forest station. And then we want to go up to the logging camp. and try to make a little bit of money. There we go. And that'll get us started. All right, let's go to the moon, shall we? Let's go peek and see what's going on up there. New settlement on the moon. Raptor, humanity just expanded as permanent settlements on the moon. There is a new settlement named South Gap Heights. You can now start transporting passengers between the settlements and help humanity grow there. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. And there it is. Fantastic. All right, so it looks like there's a helium mine right here. So we should be able to bring that stuff back to Earth. We just need to find like a rocket pad or something to transport it back. It looks like there's a few settlements. Very small. For this purpose, I've started with a permanently or purposely small map, but there are small, medium, large maps, and then, of course, you can also increase and decrease the amount of water on these. But for simplicity, I figured we'd just start really, really small with our limited time here today. So we'll go ahead and try to connect these two settlements together with roads and see if we can get some space buses going. And we'll see if we can go ahead and set up a nice little, our first lunar highway, which is crazy. But we'll go ahead and build it. There we go. That should do well. There should also be terraforming in the game and decorations too. That's nice. Go ahead and try to... Oh, I don't know if... Oh, yeah, 5,000. Okay. This is one of those games where things are going to be expensive. So even just a minor adjustment of the roads is going to be quite a cost. Well, we can go ahead and adjust our road, though. There we go. So that gets us pretty close to Grand Peter Nurse? What is that? Peter's nurse. What? That's like Peter is trying to say Peter's nose or something. What is that all about? Anyway, I don't know if these are actual places on the moon that are named after anything specific, but it's still pretty funny to read them. We have a factory in front of us, so we'll just build around that, and we could probably supply that with workers too at some point. There we go. Go ahead and build like that. Perfect. A little messy, but what can you do? All right, and we'll have to connect there too. Okay, cool. Well, now we can at least connect this settlement over here, which seems to just have 50 people at it, which is quite a lot actually. If we are, building a settlement on the moon. Let's see. We have ourselves a small launch pad. We have storage facilities, colonization equipment storage, passenger storage. We have farms and factories. Now, keep in mind these are all for the moon, but we can build a moon factory, a farm, and a mine. And yeah, that's actually pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and try to build ourselves a depot then for cars and buses, so we can change things to trains, rockets, trucks, and then we can also have lines. And we should be able to buy a bus here. Let's see if we can put down ourselves a little road depot. This building is not available. Once unlocked, your company has reached a certain size. Okay, so we can do a moon depot soon, but we got the highway built, so we just need to start growing our company then. So we won't be able to do anything on the moon just yet, but the road is ready to go, and we should have several stops ready to go too. We should be able to drop them off somewhere. Looks like we can do trains though, but 50 people is not really a lot. Although we can build ourselves a spaceport to bring some of that back. So we might be able to actually launch things from here. We might be able to, oh yeah, with $210,000, we might be able to launch some of those materials back. Here's a farm. So this is what the moon farms look like. That's pretty cool. So we should be able to launch some of that helium back to Earth and then transport it via train. So that's pretty sweet, actually. And over here we have another factory. So we'll have to connect to that, too. All right, let's go back to Earth, shall we? So now we can go between the Earth, the moon, and then Mars, which we can colonize eventually. And then, is this Ceres? I always forget how to say that. And then Europa and Titan. And that's actually, I think, isn't that a moon of Jupiter? I can't actually recall. But anyway, these are all possibly full of all sorts of different types of materials that we can mine and bring back to Earth and then, of course, distribute around. So there goes all of our wonderful logs. Oh, good thing we only started with 3. Looks like it's not bringing back too much, but at least it's bringing back some cash. So let's go ahead and make some more money then by getting started here in transporting some people back and forth. Looks like we got some new decorations. Oh, wind power plant. Does that actually generate power? Can we make money from that? Seems to be a decoration, but that'd be cool if we put it down and actually got money from it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start building a road depot after trains. So we got to keep going with trains. So trains. We have ourselves a military depot here, a tank factory. That probably has to be transported to a military base. We have a chemical plant nearby. There's our space agency, so we can actually go to these places and occupy them. There we are. We have, oh, I see, space exploration progress. So if we deliver chemicals and steel, this is what unlocks new types of planets for us, and then we can eventually transport colonization stuff around. That's really cool. All right, well, let's do a small train service then. We start with a light passenger service since we don't have buses yet, and eventually build our train line so we can unlock more. So let's see, we've got some buildings down here. Looks like we've got most of our cities kind of in a line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A new Vale Ice 6 Intercity Express Electric, maybe? Number 6? That's probably a German train. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start. We'll build outwards from our main city. So let's go ahead and build our depot then. So this is all in preparation to unlock new stuff, so then we can get even more money on the wonderful moon. Go ahead and shrink down the mini-map. If we can. We can go ahead and delete that. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I want to rotate stuff too. Or maybe in this case it'd be... Actually, oh, yeah, we should build it here next to the launch pad. And we'll transport a few passengers here too. So we'll get a few passengers there connected to our train station. And then we'll go... Let's see, I think we'll build a train station here, which will cover most of the city. And we'll start with those two. There's also a farm here. We'll have to see if a food factory is nearby. There likely is somewhere. We have another sawmill. Chemical plant. There's our steel mills. Okay. We have a mine over there. There's our factory, which requires chemicals, livestock, and food to produce goods. And the farm itself produces food and livestock. Okay, so we might be able to transport stuff up there too. We'll get our small passenger service started. Doesn't have to go very long. But we need to build something with our time, so let's do it. Very easy here. Love the music in this one. Oh, looks like we moved it up a little bit too much. There we go. There we are. And we should be able to easily delete anything we goof up on. No problem. Would you look at that? Cool. And the station should accept, passengers and colonization equipment and stuff, so we can make that and ship that here. And we'll build ourselves another depot. There'll also be a separate line for passengers. And maybe eventually some cargo. Cargo room. Alright, there we go. Oh, let's buy ourselves a train. The UBC Turbo. Let's see, we got to go for something cheap here. What do we got here? 91,000. 81,000. I think we go with something like this. 81 miles per hour as well. These are 55, 71. I think we'll go with the B-Track diesel just for now, since our map is rather small. And we're kind of just getting started, so let's go with maybe 3 passenger cars as well. And eventually we'll expand this train line further and further, so that's good. Okay, let's select this train and make a train line for it from the city with the spaceport to this town here. So we'll transport people back and forth from the space center and also to the city. Cool. Just a real small start. This here is a fusion power plant, so this is what requires the helium-3. So we can ship the helium-3 back to Earth here, perhaps, and then we can get it shipped via train from the station to the power plant. So Earth is running on helium now. Helium-3 power, according to this. Looks like we have cars. Car factory down here requires steel. And we also have another agency there. I like that. Oh, I want to connect the food up, though. And it looks like we're also mining iron ore. So I think we just need to deliver iron ore to the steel mills. No coal. Yeah. So this line would be all about bringing coal or iron ore to the steel mill and then steel mill to the factory. So that's worth a lot of money. And it looks like things are increasing production. All right, we're off to a great start. So really, all it is now is just connect everything up, make money, money, money. Okay, we need to figure out how to rotate. Let's see here. Oh wait, we got a new email. I want to see what else that may say. New vehicle available. Oh, subsidies for first transport of helium-3 from Mars, from the moon to Earth. Ooh. Government will subsidize the transport. First line to get helium-3 will be subsidized for 6 months. Okay. Very nice. I do want to see one thing, though. How do we rotate? Manual tips and tricks. Let's see. Rotation. Oh, yeah. And there's your junctions and stuff. All sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, this can get quite complicated eventually, especially since we're mostly dealing with trains. That's quite cool. Quite cool indeed. Let's see. Is there an option for rotation? About the game, how it works, tips and tricks, working with signals. I like how there's a whole introductory section on signals too. That's great. All right, let's see. Oh, we can also adjust the platform length too. So right now our platforms are about good for 3 train cars full. I think that's what we'll start with. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna try some of my keys here. Arrow keys. Oh man, I can't wait. Oh, what can we do under the rocket tab? Oh, we can actually build rockets. Very nice. So we can set up depots for those too. See all of our industries and stations. Very nice. All right, well, we'll just build our trains sideways then. It's all good. I wish we could build more stations from there. Train station then here. It's going to be awfully close to the farm, but that's okay. We'll put it there. And then a train station up here by the factory. And we should be able to transport this to the moon, too, for food. If they wish. They won't have to grow their own. There we go. I wonder if we can build a tunnel. Let's see if we can build a train bridge. Rails manual placement. Ooh. Oh, I see. We can actually do it custom. That'll be really nice. Sometimes the games like this kind of get a little picky, so to be able to put down your own rails is kind of nice. As you can see, like, trying to do it that way can be a little painstaking. I like the music. I would like to go sideways here. I would like to just do a little section here. Maybe it'll let me... Oh, there it goes. It'll just curve it. That's nice. But it doesn't look like it'll let me build a tunnel. We'll build out of the farm then. There we go. And it's pretty easy to start with singular stations like this for the very beginning. Oh, we need 125,000. Okay. I was trying to get some more money for our moon colonization. Looks like we're down to 132,000. So we might have to wait a while, but in order to build our rocket platform on the moon, we need about, I think, 110,000. And then we'll also need money to actually ship it back and forth from the moon. So if we build a spaceport here, oh, it's 210,000. We can build that and start constructing a rocket and start bringing all that helium back and forth. Hey, people on the moon are starting to drive back and forth. Nice. Cool. Hopefully we unlock more stuff soon enough. And there's the wood transport increasing, which is great. That means more money for us. And how are we doing with passengers back and forth? The good thing about the passengers here is that they can go both up and down the train line, both ways. It looks like we get about $2,000 for that. Nice. Oh, I like how the train matches as well. The yellow line. Very nice. And 2,000 to... Wow, 7,000. Okay. So train lines are definitely going to be quite profitable for passengers. Would like to connect some more passengers up. I think we could do another train line going up here to New Dalton. We could build a little train depot here and build a line that goes around it. We do a train station here. Looks like the cost is the same no matter where we build. I'm trying to build in the middle, though, to attract the most passengers. I guess we can change that and adjust that a little bit later. Because being picky about it now is only going to cost us money. Can I build there? Well, we're going to have to build as if this person's getting out of our way. How much to demolish houses? We can't demolish. Really? Okay. Well, then we're going to have to build up this way. And eventually come back to one of these other stations. That'll make it a little harder to build multi-trains, but that's okay. And we won't be able to build very far. Now, we could probably get money from taking out a loan. That'll be something we can do, too. But we are still making some good cash. Oh, the log's going. The logs do produce goods, so we could connect that line to something else as well. A little more difficult without the ability to build road depots, but we got to do that just via trains first. And how much stuff do we have sitting here? Ready to transport 176 tons of wood. Okay. So we can do a second train if we want to and make another junction without having to extend the train too long. But look at that. $7,000 worth of logs every load. That's the same as passengers over here. So logs and passengers are pretty profitable at the start. So that's fairly good. We could also transport people here from the port up to here. As it says, Port Gapners. How about finances here? Can I take out a loan? Yeah, let's go ahead and take out a $500,000 loan and keep on trucking. Don't want to get stalled out here. So let's complete the secondary train line for logs. That seems like production's only going to increase here. Can I create a little train bridge coming down? No. I don't really want these to connect on a junction. I want to have them both on their own line. Maybe we could terraform a little bit. Usually this is a pain with those isometric games. Here's all the stuff we can build in the game. Car factory, tank factory, chemical plant, iron ore, sawmill, forest, fusion power plant, container port. Oh, that's interesting. Can we have ships in the game? Steel mill, factory, farm, oil well, and the space agency too. Good stuff. Lots of things to build. Now, I do like the fact that we can actually go to space and that there will be different things to ship back here from, for example, the moon has a few things, but also looks like we might be able to do more stuff here. I like this. I'm trying to build up and down here, but it looks like there's a limit. Okay, so it looks like we can only go so deep. I wasn't sure if we could go any lower than that. There we go. Okay, I don't want these train lines to connect. That's why they have the manual option, though. That'll save some of the mess. Sorry, train. Time to get you moving. There you go. This is basically what we're trying to do here. Minus this connection like that. Boy, it makes a mess, doesn't it? Luckily, trains are smart and they actually stop in this game. That's good. Well, it's going to be weird to have junctions like this. I was hoping to have two separate train lines, but let's see here. We got 400. Oh, wow. We got so much wood here now. Whoa, okay. Can we extend the... how would I extend this train line, the station if I want to? We actually should do that. 2 trains would be better, though. Wait, did I call this logs with the 2S? Oh, it's on the logs line. Okay. Got carried away when we go to the moon. To the moon! Let's see if there's a better... Is there a better way to set these lines up? I really want there to be a better way to do that. Subsidies for the first passengers from Earth to the moon. Okay. That seems pretty cool. Huh, seems like diagonal tracks have these weird edges like this. Oh boy. You ever have a nightmare like this in these isometric games? Jeez. Better just go straight on. Or to have them separated a little bit. Maybe something like this. It looks like they'll connect at the end no matter what. Just experimenting. That's a mess. It looks like there's going to be a junction no matter what. And I don't want to deal with that. So let's go and try to transport somebody to the moon. We'll set this back up all nicely. Should be a way to bend the line. And go back that way. Okay. Yeah, that's a mess. But you get the idea. It's just a demo and a tutorial area anyway. Alright, subsidies for the first person. The government will subsidize the transport of passengers from Earth to the moon. The first line to transport passengers will be subsidized for 6 months. Okay. Well, let's see if we can build ourselves a, I guess a rocket. If we can. Is there a way to build a rocket depot? Oh. Yeah, we need to build a spaceport. Accepts chemicals, steals passengers. Okay, we're going to build our spaceport over here then. Yeah, right there. And then, what is this here? So we need something to launch rockets, too. So we're going to need several million. Wow, so you really start out in this game needing a ton of money. Doing the basic transport is really not enough. Like, you need more and more cash. But that's alright, we'll let the taxpayer worry about that. There we go. Excellent. For us, it's profits. Alright. And this accepts... Oh, okay, so the Space Center is a little bigger than the... Oh, look at that. Passengers are coming. Oh, baby. Well, let's buy a rocket. Ah, we have different types of rockets to buy, too. 800,000. Ah, and the middle sections and stuff we can buy, too. This is going to be good. Someone timestamp this. This is going to be exciting, I must say. Let's start with a basic one. And then we need to buy some more sections for it. So a middle section for passengers. And then we need the head section. And I think we can make it a lot taller than this, but let's just go with this to start. And then we need to build something on the moon for it to land at. And I think we should have a spaceport here next to the helium so we can start transporting that back to Earth too. Let's build ourselves a launch pad here. Nice. So we should be able to build a line. So we have our rocket here. Rocket 1. We'll have to call this, let's see, Dino Heavy. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and set up a line. So it can go from where we are now, the moon, and then back again. We'll add a stop here. And then we'll go back to Earth. It should be able to touch down. Hey, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a rocket. Go! And we can bring helium back too. That's cool. We'll have to set up this rocket, of course, to haul the helium, but you see what I mean by being able to transport things wherever. We can easily just change the route. So we can actually have a line transport. Oh, look at that. Now we got solar panels and stuff here. Cool. So we can have a line transport helium to and from the gap heights, or gap heights. I don't know why they call it that. It's weird. Okay, let's go ahead and change the destination on this one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and manage the lines. We'll have line 3 go from the moon. We'll have it land here instead. And then we'll have one coming back and forth. Line 3 has one stop. Let's see here. No, you have going from Earth to Moon, Raptoria Space Center to the Grand Petersner's Space Center. You should be fine. Oh, there it goes. Stop traveling to Earth. Can we change the destination? That's right. It'll go back and forth. It's got it. Right. So now we can take helium from the mines directly if we want to, and land it at Earth. So we could actually teleport or transport helium here, and buy another space rocket if we want to. So let's buy the XTJG-10, and let's go with helium. We'll go with helium midsection and head section for fuel. And then we should be able to set up a line then for the Dino fueler. There we go. And let's go ahead and set a line for that. Create a new line. We'll go to the moon. And we'll head back to Earth. And we'll let her launch. Cool. Probably starts on the moon so it can come here. Let's make sure our rockets are functioning. Waiting on Depot, Raptoria Space Center 2. Waiting in Depot. Waiting for other rocket at South Gate Height. Okay. That's probably because the other rocket's still on its route. Okay, we have a new rocket type available too. All right, nice. So lots of new stuff going on. So trains are bringing passengers back and forth. Tons of passengers are wanting to go to the moon. We got logs being transported. Old world basic industries need to be set up, like transporting passengers via train and transporting logs and iron ore to steel mills and things like that. That'll get you a ton of money without taking out a gargantuan loan. But we want to see how it works. That's the main purpose here, is not to set up things good, but to have a good time. That's more important. Okay, so line 4 is here. Let's make sure everything's good. So line 4 should be the Dino Fueler. Yep. And line 3 should be the Dino Heavy. Yep. So that's traveling back to Earth now. It seems like it's tumbling through space. But it probably landed here at some point and transported passengers, which is why we have people waiting here. So line 3 is ready to go. Okay, I want to go back to Earth and see if we can watch anybody or watch anything take off. Ready for transport, 9 passengers, accepts passengers, container goods, helium-3, but this thing, the fueler, only has helium-3 on it. Or at least it should. Let's check the depot. Where's that depot at? Send to depot. Nope. Alright, when the other ship's back, we should be okay. Wow, Raptoria's got a lot of stuff going on. We got a Grand Central Station here. We've got the space station and 2 launching points. That's nice. These are kind of our private launching areas. Very nice. Okay, are we able to... Yeah, we can go to space, but no possible way we can... it will be unlocked once your company's reached a certain size. Yeah, there's no possible way we can deliver stuff via truck and car yet. It's all got to be train. Kind of makes a cool thing, though, for the trains, because then you have to go for a certain industry first. So you have to go for things like iron ore or logs first, or passengers. And it's a little harder to transport those things via bus and make a big amount of money from it. You can definitely transport people via bus to, like, for example, your space center. But that's kind of why you have to build it near a town. Otherwise, nobody will ever go there unless you build a train. But there's a possibility they might not want to go there. How many people can be transported via that train? Details. Oh, wasn't it 45 per car? I think it's 45 passengers per car. Only one of them's full, but as the cities get bigger, it'll be the perfect capacity for it. Alright, I want to be able to launch this bad boy. Dino Fueler, how come you're not launching? Waiting for other rocket at South Gap Heights Space Center. The other rocket is at the South Gap Heights Space Center, but this one's traveling to Earth. Oh, it says stopped. Oh, there we go, landing. There we go, she was just stuck in space. My bad. And there she is, back with ready to pick up more passengers. My bad, but all good. So this is a lot more interesting than just your typical... I like how it's really familiar, like this is, you know, bread and butter of gaming now for these voxel tycoons and these transport tycoons, where it's constant, you know, cargo going back and forth, goods, oil, chemicals, things like that being transported. But this is much different with the whole ability to launch rockets and transport fuel and such back and forth, especially for power plants. I bet you the helium-3 is probably quite expensive, so we'll probably make quite a bit of money from that. Let's take a look at this and make sure it's ready to go now. New email. New sawmill, increasing production to 18%. Oh, great. So the wood line's going really well. Okay, let's go back to our lines. Check our Line 4 rocket. Moon and Earth. South Gap Heights Space Center. Okay. All right, buddy. I want to launch you. Where are you? Vehicles, the Dino Fueler. Waiting in depot. Okay, I want to launch this rocket. We're launching rockets back and forth. Now we should have the other station ready to go here, where there should be people here. 7 passengers. Damn, that place expanded to 167 people. That's great. The Dino Fueler's not making any money, and the Dino Heavy's losing us money too. But I wonder if they could only launch one at a time. We'll have to see. So the Fueler, let's make sure on that line that it goes to first to the moon. So that's the South Gap Heights Space Center. And then it should go back to the RAPTORIA Space Center. So yeah, it should go from here to pick up fuel and then drop off fuel. And it is a refueler. So that's one thing we're going to bring in. Now there's also a factory there, so I don't know what else there is on the moon that we could make maybe and sell locally. Maybe there's a way for us to ship steel to the moon, and then they can make colonization parts there for the moon to build houses or something along those lines. Alright, do we have this thing set for fuel too? Helium. Ooh, I hear a rocket going. Rocket went somewhere. Maybe from some other part of the map. Cool. So what industries do we have on Earth here? We have a logging site. We have another sawmill there, so we can connect those two. We have what looks to be an oil derrick here. Yep, we have an oil well. We should be able to connect the oil well to the chemical plant and start making chemicals that way. And possibly fuel for our rockets or something like that. New settlement on the moon again. Fantastic. We have a new settlement. Oh, here comes our rockets. Beautiful. Oh, that's fantastic. Really cool. Hey, there we go. And now we have our subsidies. Fantastic. Line 3 has brought passengers. Great. Now we can go ahead and start launching rockets with colonization equipment. But I think if we bring things to our space centers, those should start to make those. Still no possible way for us to make buses, though. It's still... We're not able to master the wheel yet. But space flight's no problem. The wheels are no can do. Alright. Space Center's got 38 passengers. That's good. We can transport quite a few people. So it looks like the Space Center accepts colonization equipment, so we'll have to figure out how to make that. I thought it could be made there, but we might have to make a factory for ourselves. Let's see. Space Agency might actually require that. Here. Requires chemicals and steel to make the colonization equipment. That's it. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to go up here and connect this iron ore mine to this steel mill, and then bring the steel back to the main city here. So we build another train depot onto this one, and I think they'll connect and it'll kind of just be transferred there. And then we'll have to bring oil from the forest here to the chemical plant, and then from there pump it right back into the space agency. And then what we can do is have the RAPTORIA Space Center be converted to also transporting the colony things there. And then it would be transported to where exactly? Looks like the cities require colonization equipment, so that'll help the cities to grow. So with steel and oil, we can basically make like plastic and steel that can go together to make their fancy little moon houses. Check it out. Looks like they have a pathway there. Oh, that's for the for the Space Center. I thought they were building like a moon metro. Cool. Look at that. You can see like little settlements. Like it literally looks like just like a barrel on the side. And a bunch of solar panels. So that's it. That's the biggest settlement there with 167 people, and it's growing. There's our factory there. And this makes goods. So livestock. I like how it's livestock, not livestock. It's livestock. Maybe that's a mistranslation. I don't know what that means exactly, but anyway, it's still pretty cool. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for our first look. There's much more to do in this game, so I want to see from you how you set up your lines too, so make sure you send me some pictures on our Discord or on Twitter of you sending fuel back and forth. It's quite obvious that this game is available now on Steam for free for the demo until the 22nd, so make sure you download Cargo Company today, and you guys can too bring passengers to and from Earth, and of course, cargo too. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I like this game a lot. It's got a lot of charm in it, a lot of simplicity, and also a lot to look forward to with unlocking Mars and the other moons. That's so cool. You guys are awesome. I'll see you all next time. Take care, and have a great day.